How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. I hope you guys are all having a spectacular day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys haven't already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, hit that bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on the channel. With that, of course, we're going to be talking about the movie John Carter. This officially dropped on Disney Plus a few days ago at the time of me recording this video. And this is a film that when I got Disney Plus, I was really excited to watch. I ended up seeing this at a second run movie theater at a dollar show back when it came out in 2012. So this film's been around for 7-8 years as time of me recording this video. And honestly, I didn't remember much of it because I only saw it once, and I was like, oh, it was a decent Disney movie. You know, it got some good heart and soul, had some decent action. I remember seeing it and I was like, this is so cool, new alien stuff and whatnot. And from Disney, when I saw this in 2012, when I was much younger, I thought, oh, this film was great. And I saw it and I was like, oh, this film is like an 8 or 9. And I'm like, now that I've rewatched it again many years later, and I don't remember much of the film, I'm older and wiser as to plot sense and how movies are made and directing and plot holes and twists and turns and just how you make a good movie. Now that I've seen this film a second time many years later, I gotta say I don't like it as much. This film definitely has problems, more than I initially thought I was going to discover when I watched this film for a second time. And I will be completely honest, there are some things to enjoy in this film, but it's not a film that I can say, this is a Disney film, watch it, because I'm not. I can't recommend this film to people to spend this film's over about 2 hours and 15 minutes long. I can't recommend somebody sitting down and spending 2 hours and about 15 minutes of their life and watching this film. I just can't. So before I continue on more with negative ranting, I do want to talk about a couple of positive things in this film, and then I'll go back to my negative thing. So first of all, it was really cool to see John Carter, a former military captain from the South, become the only hope to save Mars and its people. The idea, the concept of this film is good. Just how it was executed was done poorly. I loved the scene where John Carter immediately is on Mars and he's got that limited gravity and he's trying to figure out how to walk and whatnot. He's just constantly crashing. It was a really funny scene. I also liked how the green aliens treat John like an alien baby. And I'm sorry, but you're going to have to get over the fact that I don't care about the alien faction names or characters because you're not going to remember anybody except for John Carter. Everyone else's character name is so bizarre and way out there. No pun intended on, Mars being way out there. But it's just, you're not going to care. Amazing action, and the choreography of the sword combat action scenes was also really well done. I also like the fact that John Carter is super smart and intelligent given the circumstances and events going on. Actually, we find out in this film that John, his actual body is on Earth, and just like a copy clone hologram version kind of him is on Mars, which is kind of cool twist. John Carter is also able to channel a lot of his anger and hatred, kind of like Darth Vader from Star Wars, and you're going to get this from me a lot. This film rips from Star Wars a lot, but it was kind of cool to see John Carter able to control and channel the anger of the loss of his family, and he's able to kill dozens of bad guys in combat with a sword on the battlefield, and it was really cool to see that as well. I love the arena fight the most, which of course leads to John Carter taking over the entire Green Alien army and being the leader of their entire community and force. And of course, at the end, we learn that John Carter isn't dead, if you've ever seen this movie. And that's about it. All right, here comes the negatives, because I know that's what you guys want me to talk about with this film. First of all, this film does a very bad job transferring the source material from the classic novel to the film. I'm like, I can't stress this enough. The book is better. Book is better. The book is better. The book is better. If you thought the film was somehow going to match it or probably outdo the book, it didn't. It didn't even come close to the source material of the book. So I'm sorry. Multiple things are said and done that makes no sense, but for the time of this video, I don't want to go into a tangent about it. So watch the movie and you'll understand it completely what I'm talking about if you actually care. This film explains very little. Things are just happening. Things are just said and done. Things are just going left and right, and nothing makes any sense. You have to accept that things are just happening, being said, and if you don't understand anything, then too bad, because the film doesn't care to tell you or explain anything to the viewer. Even if you've read the book, there are things that are happening, being said and done that makes no logical sense whatsoever. Basically, the Jedek, I think that's how you say it, the Jedek, is basically an all-green alien ripoff of General Grievous. So basically, Jedek is a alien green ripoff of General Grievous. Many creatures, people, and the technology are direct ripoff from Star Wars way before Disney even controlled Star Wars like it does today. The twists and the turns and the surprises in this film are way obvious. So there's everything that you think is supposed to be a twist or turn or a big surprise is like, no, they don't happen to become anything like that. There's also way too many plots going on and way too many factions to keep track of and their motives of what they're supposed to be doing for many, many, many people. So there's way too many plots and factions to keep track of for a lot of people. Also, this film, sadly, is overstuffed with a lot more dialogue, over action. And like I said earlier, this film is about 2 hours and 15 minutes long. It takes an hour before the actual main plot of this film actually kicks off, which is kind of weird and disturbing at the same time. Also, the three influencers from this alien faction called the Fern, I believe, they have powers like teleporting that are just used for the plot's sake without any reason, any explanation whatsoever. They just do what the plot needs them to do, and you're always wondering, like, why are these guys a threat? Why should I care about anything they are doing? I just don't care. And several of the scenes, like paddling a boat in the ocean maze, that's a direct ripoff from Lord of the Rings. I can't help it, guys, but this book and this film has so many influencing and ripoffs from past stuff, like Lord of the Rings and Star Wars, for example, that are just, they stick out like really bad sore thumbs, and I just don't like it. Like, it's not original. And then lastly, unfortunately, this film requires it didn't require. Let me correct myself. It did not require. It uses way too much CGI and green screen. You can tell that there are so many things in this film that are green screen and CGI. I'm just like, you could have used a puppet. You could have used some actual practical effects in this movie, but they didn't. Like, I understand that there's some things that CGI and green screen has to be used for in this film, but there's other things like a dog or costumes or stuff like that I'm just like, they could have been green. They didn't have to be green screened or CGI'd. You could have used other things. So overall, guys, it's an okay movie. It's a decent film, but I can't say watch this. I mean, if you got Disney Plus, enjoy it, I guess, but I can't recommend getting this movie on DVD or Blu-ray and watching it ever more than like once. I mean, watch it once, I guess, to see, you know, what it's about if you've never even read the book. But overall, I just find it to be a very extremely boring ride. So With that, guys, I'm giving John Carter a 6 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. You guys have a good one. Bye.